What's going on, everybody? My parts finally came in. Here's what I got. I got a South Bend clutch and the Luke flywheel. This is basically a OEM flywheel, but without the Toyota branding and a lot cheaper. I'll show you guys how it looks like. Brand new. All those finger marks aren't mine. It came like that. You know, they're handling it while putting it in the box, I guess. And here is the clutch. So this is a South Bend Stage 3 daily clutch. It's supposed to be able to hold 580 pound-feet of torque, I believe, and that's a lot more than I have right now. So this is gonna be perfect. Red. This does already look thicker than mine, so probably the clutch feel is gonna be a little harder. But here's the clutch alignment tool, throwout bearing, pilot bearing, and the clutch is actually under the pressure plate. Let me show you guys that real quick. There's the clutch itself. It's pretty light, actually. I already picked it up. It feels lighter than my old one. It's weird because this middle part feels like plastic, but I know it's metal. Hopefully it's better than my old one. The old one was really grabby, but it chattered a lot. Anyway, let's put the flywheel in first. Let's take out the old pilot bearing, and we're gonna do that with bread. I forgot where I left my bread, but I'll meet you guys under the car. So for the pilot bearing, all you're gonna need is bread, either or of these extensions. You know, I'm gonna try this one first, but if it's too short, I'm going for this one. And a hammer. It doesn't have to be big. So basically just jam the bread in there, hammer it out, and force the pilot bearing to come out. I'll show you guys right now with the little time lapse. So the extension was too small, so I got this bolt. You know, it fits better in the radius. The bread was kind of squeezing out of the sides in the extension, and I got a bigger hammer. The other one wasn't doing it, so now I'm gonna cut to a little time lapse because it looks like it's gonna take a little while, and you're gonna see the pilot bearing just slide out. Okay, so after all that hammering, it didn't take that long, probably like 4 minutes. There it is. There's all the bread. Now you just gotta take out the bread and change the pilot bearing, and you're golden. Here's the new flywheel. Looks pretty good. Here's the old one. You can really see the difference now. Look how nasty that is. And look at all this clutch dust that came out once I put the clutch and flywheel on here and I tapped it on there. All this came out. So yeah, it's quite a bit of material that came off. And always make sure you guys get new flywheel bolts if you guys are changing the flywheel. Mine are torque to yield, so I have to get new ones. Well, you don't have to, but it gives me a little peace of mind, because the last time I did not change them and I couldn't sleep at night, so I literally took out my motor and put new ones in, because I didn't put new ones, and also because I actually didn't torque them all the way to spec, because you're supposed to do them to, I believe, 36 pounds, and then you're supposed to do a 90 degree on top of that. I didn't do a 90 degree or put Loctite. It was before the car was running. It was the first time the motor went in, but I just couldn't sleep at night. I bought new ones and I did it right. They are expensive. These are like $90, but I'd rather pay $90 than to have the flywheel come off and just break all this again. So let's put this in, and then Kook should be coming with the transmission jack, because I don't want to do the 2-jack method again, and then we'll put the clutch in. Okay, so I'm about to put the flywheel in. It's pretty heavy, so hopefully I don't drop it. Hopefully, but here we go. Let me take out the bolts. Okay, so that wasn't as hard as I thought. I actually lined it up on the first try, but now time to tighten these a little bit and then torque them down. Alright guys, so there's a flywheel, there's the clutch. We are going to do it the old-fashioned way. I did try to do it the other way earlier, but you know, the transmission just wasn't going in. So we're going to do the clutch and pressure plate on the transmission, and then we're just going to marry them like that and bolt them in through the little inspection holes. We are doing the 2 jack method. It's worked out before, so hopefully it works out again. Tranny's in. I don't know if you guys were able to see that with my big ass head. Now I'm gonna tighten the pressure plate bolts through the little inspection hole, and yeah, catch up with you guys in a beat.
We just need that, the clutch, the clutch slave, the drive shaft, and what else, Dan? Oh, and the starter.
And exhaust.
Oh yeah, and the downpipe and the exhaust. We got this, so we can do it tonight. It's only 8:40.
Many months later.
What's going on, guys? So here we are 3 months later. I did not want to make this video 3 months long, but I guess, you know, things happen. But I mean, it gives me a little bit of a better review to give on this clutch now, since I've driven around 2,000 miles on it or so, and it's a pretty good clutch. I like it a lot better than my old one, to be honest. I never got my old one brand new, so I guess I didn't really get like the full experience on it. I got it pretty beat already, but still, even though it was beat, it held up pretty good. It grabbed pretty hard. Only complaints I had about it was that it chattered a lot, and sometimes it's a little too grabby on traffic. It was kind of weird to drive. Like when other people would drive the car, they'd always tell me I needed a new throwout bearing or a new slave, and they work fine, but I don't know, I guess the clutch is just kind of weird. The new one is a South Bend Stage 3 daily, and I've never heard of South Bend until my clutch went out. A couple people told me if I was gonna go South Bend, and I didn't even know what the hell that was, but that's what I ended up going with, since, you know, people kept on telling me, saw a pattern, so I was like, I guess, you know, give it a shot. These cars are going really slow. I'll give you guys a pull right here to, I don't know, I guess to show that it grabs, even though my car doesn't make anywhere enough power. I'll do second gear since I'm one-handed. Grabs good, obviously. I mean, this clutch is rated for like 600 torque, I think. One thing that I did notice differently about this clutch is that I spin a lot more, which is, I don't know if it's the clutch's fault or the colder weather. I do have the boost turned out a little bit. I mean, I did hit 18 pounds, but it doesn't hit 18 pounds right away. It gradually builds it, so that's why I didn't spin. I kind of moved the boost control a little bit so I don't blow my turbos. But yeah, I spin a lot easier. Burnout's a lot easier. With my old clutch, I don't know why I couldn't really do burnouts anywhere. Like, I had to be on specific asphalt, which is weird. This one, anywhere, it just grabs super hard. Yeah, I really like this clutch. Doesn't chatter as much as the old one. It grabs pretty smooth. The clutch pedal is pretty light, a lot lighter than my old one actually, and my old one was already light to begin with. But yeah, hopefully I upload more consistently. Keep an eye out for my videos. There isn't much that goes on around here, unfortunately. Like, all cool stuff goes on in the Bay Area. which is like an hour and a half away, but I'm gonna try to put out more content anyway. See you guys on the next one.